Right, final round for 12 tickets. What have we got? We've got a clunker. But it's powerful and we're on the play, so I feel like keeping it. We have a turn 3 play if we don't draw an untapped land. And ideally we just draw a swamp on turn 2 and everything's great. Which as a result means I'm going to be playing Drowned Catacomb on turn 1. Our opponent's helping matters a little bit by mulliganing to 6 and scrying to the bottom, so their hand can't be phenomenal and they are trying to look for something specific. Forest Greenbelt Rampager. Mono green. Oh, swamp. Just what the doctor ordered. Pretty pleased about this hand now. Okay, so that's an interesting one. We want to be able to exile this, so we could save it and try and Doomfall. But we can also blank it with a lot of our creatures, like Nickelbolas blanks it. I think I'm going to Essence Scatter as a bit of a tempo play. Seems a bit weird, but I think the way the game plays out, this works out nicely for us, because if they still have to spend mana on it, we should be alright. Similarly, I'm going to hold up Supreme Will over Doomfalling here. And because we can use Doomfall to exile their last threat if it's something like Ronus. Yeah, it's on the Tenant's Worth. Supreme Willing. I'm going to get their Rampager energy. Second Doomfall. Not bad. We're going to Nickelbolas, get another card out their hand, and then hopefully we trade these 3 cards for 3 of their cards, and we're left with a bolus. He's discarded a Ronus, which implies he's got another one. Or has decided this matchup's going to be too removal heavy for Ronus to be effective. I think the latter though, I think he's got a Ronus, yeah. Perfect, that means we can hold up a Braid. So we're going to make our opponent sacrifice a creature. They'll probably get rid of the Greenbelt Rampager. We attack for 4. Hopefully we Braid what they play. And then Doomfall away the bonus. Mono green's a little bit softer flyers, so both is quite good. Yep, Heart of Kiran is definitely something we can abrade. We get slightly blown out by Blossoming Defense here, but it doesn't have it. And now we can try and ride Bolas to victory. Not like that though. Hopefully they don't have a third Ronus in hand. But we should be able to race our opponent down now with this Bolas. Champion of Wits is nice. We're probably discarding this bonus because they're not likely to have an answer for this one. So we've got options here. We can take Ether Hub because if we draw, yeah, we're definitely discarding bonus. Then if we draw a land next turn, we would rather have discarded the Champion of Wits because then we can eternalize it. And if we don't draw a land, we've drawn a spell. And if we draw a land, we could also just flip bonus. So, plenty of nice options. We're either going to draw lands, which are good, or spells, which are hopefully good. Obviously, this is where we'll draw one of our tap lands. And there comes the Scrounger. We'll probably just trade off the Champion. No, let's not do that. That seems unnecessary. We're on such a high life total, we'd rather just keep it on the board. We've got one to eternalize. Of course. I'm going to be cycling this, because at this point we're going to win the game before we get to eternalize. Alright, and then if we need to, we can cycle this. And there we go. So, against mono green, we are going controlling again. We can consider a braid. We want the Search Rescanter. They probably have things we want to negate, like Nissa, Vivian Reed, Lycrofter's Bestiary. We'll want Eugenie's Expertise for the Vine Mares, and similar for Zero Many Faces. And then Glimmers as part of the control package. What we don't want is as many fatal pushes, I think. We'll have a couple. We might draw one back in on the play. We don't want Liliana's, I don't think. I think these things are better. But we've got a lot of cards here. So I think we're taking up Glintsleeve Siphoners. We can shave a Champion of Wits. I think we're just going full control here, especially on the draw. On the play, we might consider Glintsleeve Siphoners. Another one of these, and as far as good hits for Fatal Push, we've seen that they've got Greenbelt Rampager and Thorn Lieutenant as well as Heart of Kieran. So there are enough good hits for Fatal Push, especially as Thorn Lieutenant and Heart of Kieran are definitely imposed board. Let's shave a Bolus. Not sure this is correct. I'll need to think about this one a bit more. The uncertainty with the sideboarding is down to the fact that we've changed a few things around with the deck list and haven't formalised a sideboard plan yet. That hand only had 2 lands. This hand only has 1, but has high enough upside and then Search Rescanter that I think it's worth keeping. I'm going to put that on the bottom. because I think it's going to be too slow. Only cycling lands would be too slow. Any other land's good enough, and with 2 draws at it, I'm happy to take that risk. It's definitely greedy though. Yep, got an upgrade for that. Perfect. So I think I want to just take a hit and get the Searcher's counter down, because we're going to need to draw lands, so controlling our draw steps is more important than 4 life. Yep, it's fine. Yeah. Now we just want to hit our land drops. So pretty much anything that's not a land is going in the bin. Especially the second copy of Searcher's counter. Alright, so we've got a couple of nice options here in Supreme Will or in a Braid. Our opponent plays a creature. That's an awkward one. We can't Supreme Will, so we just let's see that resolving. It crews this in response to its trigger. Yeah. So we're probably abrading this. If our opponent doesn't attack with Lana or Elves, this means Galter. The fact they did means I think I'm just going to get that dead. Oh no, that's why we don't do that. And now we can still play Galter. And we get maximally punished if we do, although I think you're supposed to sideboard it out in this matchup. But we are just so dead at this point, it's not even funny. Yeah, okay, Rampage it we can not really deal with, but at least we can pretend. We're going to be going to 1 if we get to cast this Vraska's Contempt. Which we don't, so we're dead. So we die to a load of retreat cards. Don't think we want Glint-Sleeve Siphoner still. Possibly it's better than Searcher's counter. We're not expecting removal out of our opponent. On the play we can hopefully get in there a bit easier. Shave a Gearhulk. I don't like having Expertise and Glint-Sleeve Siphoner in my deck, but I think that's just a feature. Get rid of the champion, because we're using these to hit our land drops. And we'll shave a Bolus, because we've got enough top end to close the game out on top of all of our removal encounters, I think. We'll see what happens. This hand seems good enough. So, we have an interesting land choice here. We can start Sulphur Falls so the rest of our lands come in untapped. We can start Swamp so we have push into a, but then we don't have a Braid on turn 2 unless we play the Ether Hub and use the energy. Swamp Ether Hub also gives us the outs to a Glint-Sleeve Siphoner. So, interesting options here. I'm leaning towards the Sulphur Falls, honestly. And if our opponent plays a Llanowar Elf, we Fatal Push main phase. because we've got the Abrade to cover the 2-drop, whatever it may be. Now, I think we're going to be cycling this Fetid Pool, so I'm not going to play it here. Yeah, it's fine. I'm probably going to Abrade in response to the crew, so it's not a creature and can't be Blossoming Defensed. Our opponent's thinking quite hard about which 2-drop to play by the sounds of things. Or none at all. I'm still just going to fire off the Abrade. Scarab God's good. Scarab God's very good. Pay 4 mana and get a 4/4 Llanowar Elves. Yep, take 1. Nothing. What does our opponent have? Yeah, I think I'm happy to draw both of these. We're just going to jam Scarab God this turn, but those are both good draws. Because I think our opponent's probably got Planeswalkers. But if he could have played a 5-mana Planeswalker last turn. Has he got Carnage Tyrant? No. So Vivian Reed's just going to Impulse, right? Yeah. Goes up to 6, which is annoying. So our opponent's got a choice going here. Thorn Lieutenant. Okay. It's fine by me. I would like an untapped land so that I can do multiple things, but I can't. So I think I will just contempt the Vivian Reed. Make sure they don't get the value off it. They clearly don't have an answer for the Scarab God. Sure. So I'm definitely playing the Siphoner this turn to try and hit my 8th land drop so I can double Scarab God. I think I'm leaving up the Abrade to kill the Heart of Kiran. And just racing here. Because our opponent has to leave blockers back, because otherwise we kill them on the backswing with this Llanowar Elf. Okay. So it looks like we're not going to be killing them on the backswing because we can't remove this easily, so I'm going to Abrade Heart of Kiran now. Yep. We should have this though. Scarab God's going to take over this game. Well, it probably already has in all fairness. Do we want to upgrade Land or Elf here? Don't think we do. There's just no need. We'll put Scarab God on the stack first so we have the most information. Because if we draw a land, I might activate in the upkeep. Nope, no need. No need to do that either. We're only going to be casting this if we see a Vine Mare come down. Yep, that was always going to happen. Got to be aware of the Thorn Lieutenant's pump. Scrounger's not very good on this board because it can't block, of course. There's no point in braiding this because it just pumps in response. Draw lots of cards. Scarab God's so good against green decks. Yeah, we'll draw that. So we've got all the options. I'm not going to attack with anything because of the Thorn Lieutenant being able to pump. Oh, Vivian Reed. Alright. That's a card that does something. And they found a Rampager. Okay. I'm going to Essence Scatter it here so I don't get the energy. And I'm not going to Scarab God it because it would die. Yeah, and our opponent's seen the light and conceded. So there we go. Nice little sorry, not fiver. That'd be ridiculous. The 3-2 with Grixis. Still feels like it needs a little bit of tweaking. So I'll get back to you on that. And make sure to follow Murphy's Vault on Twitter, WordPress, YouTube, all the social medias, Facebook. I'm Arcanite2805 on Twitter if you want to follow me at English Nationals or see how I did at GP Brussels, because this video will be going up after the tournament. I will be posting round by round updates, hopefully all the way through until Sunday evening. So yeah, that was Grixis. Still got a little fine edges to smooth off, and hopefully manage to do that by Sunday and then the English Nationals next week. So hope you have a good time playing whatever Magic you like playing, and I'll see you next time.